What's the secret sauce that turns just another Tuesday into a day you'll never forget? Well, sometimes it's all about a big plan cooked up between friends. Today, we're jumping right into the story of Vikram's new bike. And trust me, it's a day packed with surprises, cool traditions, and just a whole lot of friendship.
So the whole thing kicks off with this one message that's just buzzing with energy. Good morning, guys. Today is a very big day. And hey, this wasn't just some casual chat. Oh no, a secret plan was already underway. A mission designed to make this day absolutely legendary for their friend, Vikram.
So, what was this grand plan all about? It was simple, really, and born from pure friendship. They were going to surprise Vikram with a brand new motorcycle. That one goal, that's the engine driving this entire day's adventure. It's all about the bike. All right, so the mission is officially a go. You can just feel the excitement in the air, right? These friends have one single thing on their minds, making Vikram's dream a reality. And where do you start? First stop, the showroom. And right away, you get a taste of the beautiful and honestly pretty funny dynamic of this group. So while Vikram's mind is on horsepower and shiny chrome, his buddy Kadam has let's say, a more immediate goal. He just wants a kachori, which is this amazing fried snack. And that contrast right there, that's everything. A massive dream next to a simple, very real craving. It tells you all you need to know about these guys.
Okay, so mission objectives are clear. The crew pulls up to the showroom, but look, this is not just some casual window shopping trip. Nope. Vikram knows exactly what he wants. He's got a vision.
And I mean, he's incredibly specific. He's like, I want that bike, the same color, everything exactly the same. This isn't just about getting from point A to point B, you know? This is about getting the bike, the one he's been dreaming about. Now, as they're getting ready to buy, a really important cultural tradition pops up. It's called the Muhurit. And for anyone who doesn't know, a Muhurit is basically an auspicious or a very lucky time that's chosen to start something new, like buying a bike, to make sure it's blessed with good fortune right from the get-go.
And believe me, they take this seriously. The friends start debating the absolute best day to make the purchase. Someone points out that Saturday is a good day for buying things made of iron. And they don't stop there. They even pinpoint the perfect time slot, sometime between 6 and 8 p.m. See, every single detail counts.
All right, they're in. The doors to the showroom swing open and the place is just buzzing with excitement. The hunt for Vikram's perfect bike is officially on. And they don't just walk in quietly. No way. They burst in with this awesome, playful chant, Hamara neta kaisa ho, Vikram bhai jaisa ho, which basically means, what should our leader be like? He should be like our brother Vikram. It's that kind of energy, you know? It turns a shopping trip into a full-blown celebration. But then, a tiny problem, a little hiccup. The first bike they look at has a scratch on it. Now, for most of us, maybe not a big deal. But for this mission, a total deal breaker. Remember what Vikram said? It has to be perfect. So the search goes on. And then they find it. The one. The flawless bike. Okay, now it's time to talk money. The final price they're looking at is 94,200 rupees. So after all the haggling, all the back and forth, what was the grand, hard-won discount they managed to get? Drumroll, please. 200 rupees. It's hilarious, right? But you know what? They celebrate that tiny victory like they just hit the jackpot. And that's the magic of it all, finding so much joy in those small, shared moments. Okay, so the bike officially belongs to Vikram, but the mission? It's not over, not by a long shot. In fact, you could say the most important part is just about to start. All the rituals and celebrations to welcome this new bike into the family, so to speak. And they've got a whole ritual planned out, a 3-step process. First up, the practical stuff. Fill that fuel tank all the way to the top. Step 2, and this is crucial, it's about friendship. Finally getting Kadam that snack he's been dreaming about. And third, the spiritual part, a trip to the temple to get the bike blessed. And the celebration doesn't wait. It kicks off immediately. We're not talking some fancy restaurant here. Nope, they're right there on the street, sharing pani patase. These are these amazing little crispy, hollow snacks filled with spiced water. It's the perfect, simple, joyful first party for the new bike. All right, next stop on the celebration tour, the gas station. It's time for the bike's first ever fill-up. The total comes to 900 rupees. But really, it's more than just gas in the tank, right? It's like the symbolic start to all the adventures this bike is going to go on.
And that brings us to the final and maybe the most meaningful ritual of the day. They take the bike to the temple for a puja, a blessing ceremony. They offer a coconut, they drape the bike in beautiful flower garlands. It's this wonderful tradition to ask for blessings and protection for the bike, and of course, for Vikram. So, with all the rituals done and dusted, there's just one last thing to do. It's time for the final part of the journey, bringing the new ride back to the office. The mission is a total success, and there's one last grand welcome waiting for them. And as they pull up, you hear it starting again, that same chant from the showroom, building up the hype. How should our leader be? And then comes the punchline, the kind of joke only real friends can get away with. To hell with such a leader. It's just a perfect moment of loving mockery, you know? It just captures their whole dynamic after this amazing day they've all shared. So as the day starts to wind down, what are they talking about? An even bigger party, of course, and catching up on what's going on with another friend. It's the perfect way to end, really. It shows you that for this group, one adventure just rolls right into the next one. And you know, this whole story leaves us with a pretty simple but powerful question, doesn't it? We just saw how friendship and these little celebrations and these cool traditions all mix together to turn a totally normal day into something unforgettable. So it kind of makes you think, right? What are the things in our own lives that turn an ordinary day into something extraordinary?